I'm going to show you how to make these today. Hi friends, it's Mary from Aforementioned Thoughts, and today I wanted to come in and show you how to make these little bases. I use them for bases for these little earrings. Let's see if I can get that in the shot. There we go. So this has a pumpkin on it. I wore these at Halloween last year. I also have a set with my initials, my monogram on them, and I have a lot of ideas for other ones. I make those with my silhouette machine. I just cut down the vinyl very small to personalize these blanks, and so I'm going to show you how I make those today. You could probably use these for a lot of different things. I think if your child is old enough and is not going to put these in their mouth, they could be great, like if you're playing bingo, if you're playing a game, they could be great markers. You could personalize them if you wanted to or not. There are probably a lot of ideas that I haven't seen. I've seen people actually just put earring backs on these, and they call them candy dot earrings, and they are so cute if you put them on like a little strip. But I'm going to show you how to make these today. You will need Perler Beads biggie beads. I found these at Joann's, I believe. I've also seen them at Michael's. I haven't seen them in Hobby Lobby, but they may have them now. And I've only seen them in the big buckets. I haven't seen other color options or anything like that. You can also buy them on Amazon. Typically, they're not as good a deal on Amazon. And of course, if you're in Joann's or Michael's, you can use the coupons, the 40% off that they have quite often, in order to get a bigger discount. So I think this tub ended up costing me around $10, maybe less, with the coupon. So you'll need a tub of these biggie beads. Make sure they're the biggie beads. You can use the smaller ones, but they end up being very small. These are pretty substantial size to put vinyl on, or however you want to use them. Please excuse my workspace here. Okay, so you're going to need an old cookie sheet that you don't care much about anymore, or you could buy a cheap one at the Dollar Tree. I'm just using an old one that's completely, it's retired. So, you know, we definitely cover it if we use it or anything like that. I wouldn't suggest using a brand new one that you love. And you'll also need parchment paper sheets. I got these at the Dollar Tree. I've heard they have iffy uses for actual baking, but they work great for these perler beads. You'll want to go ahead and get a pack if you can, or a roll, because I've used this past sheet for 2 uses and it's starting to bubble up, and you want them to be pretty uniform and pretty even. Your first step is to preheat your oven to 300 degrees. That's 300, and then I typically go ahead and sort of trim down where I'm at on the cookie sheet side. And I'm going to go ahead and trim that off with scissors just so it doesn't get in the way of my beads. This is not a project that needs to be perfect by any means. Straighten it out as much as possible. The ones I have a crease in them, so I just kind of straighten it out as much as possible. I thought about ironing them, but I just don't have the effort for that. Okay, so then you take your perler beads and you just space them evenly. If you're doing these for earrings, obviously you'll want to have enough for a pair if you want them to match. I've taken to doing the rows of colors. I just think they're so pretty when they're all laid out. So that's kind of what you do, and you'll just space them out, you know, with enough space to sort of move out. And if you have any pieces that sort of stick up like this, you're probably going to have a little trouble with getting them to stand up, and you definitely want them to stand up on their edge. There we go. Let's see here. Okay, and you don't want them too close together because then you'll get a little double like this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Probably throw it away. But that was because they scooted too close together when I was getting ready to put them in the oven. So you just line up as many perler beads as you can fit on your cookie sheet here. So I'm going to do that now. I was a little nervous to put them down here. Typically I get about 2 more a row, but it's just moving too much and I don't want them to slide together. So after you get to this point, you're going to put them in the preheated oven. Again, the oven is preheated to 300 degrees, 300, and you're going to put it in there for 1 hour. And as you pick it up, just try to be careful to keep it level and watch. Try to scoot out any that may have scooted together. And of course, you know, if you're this is definitely an adult project because of the oven and things like that, so definitely be careful. After they've been in the oven for an hour, you'll take them out, and these have set for about 10 minutes. I let them set to sort of cool off and set, and then all you have to do is just gently pick them up. They don't stick or anything at all, and you have them ready to go. And I just I've been keeping these in a baggie. You could keep them in a little box or something like that, so you could sort them out if you wanted to. And then if you're interested, put in the comments below and I can show you how I make the earrings out of these in another video. But this is how you melt down the bases and have those ready to go. If you'd like to see some more DIY how-to videos, be sure to subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.